Wenlang sat in his office, surrounded by papers, yet unable to focus on a single word written on them. The world outside kept moving, cars rushed down the streets, workers carried on with their tasks, and the city breathed its ordinary rhythm. But for him, everything felt quiet, hollow, and unbearably empty. Because Gao Tu was not there. It had been days, weeks even, since Gao Tu had left. And every day without him felt like a wound that refused to close. Every hour seemed heavier than the one before, and every night stretched endlessly, filled with thoughts that refused to stop. He whispered under his breath, almost like a prayer he couldn't control. "Gao Tu, where are you? I miss you." At first, Wenlang thought he could endure it. He had always been strong, always capable, always confident in handling whatever life threw at him. But Gao Tu's absence was different. It wasn't just about losing someone he loved, it was about losing a part of himself. He couldn't eat properly, couldn't sleep without waking up in the middle of the night, searching the empty side of his bed. He would turn and reach out, only to find the cold sheets waiting for him. The silence of his home tormented him the most. Gao Tu used to fill every corner with his presence. The way he laughed softly when Wenlang complained about work. The way he nagged him about taking care of himself. The way his voice would echo through the rooms as if the walls themselves responded to him. Now those same walls stood still and empty, mocking Wenlang with their silence. Wenlang missed everything about him. He missed Gao Tu's smile, bright, stubborn, sometimes teasing, sometimes shy. He missed the way his hand fit so perfectly in his, as if they were created only for each other. He missed the arguments they used to have, arguments that often ended with one of them laughing despite the tension, because deep down they couldn't stay angry for long. But most of all, Wenlang missed the feeling of certainty that Gao Tu gave him. The certainty that, no matter what happened, no matter how hard life became, they could face it together. Without Gao Tu, that certainty had disappeared, leaving him lost in a storm of regret. He remembered their last words before Gao Tu disappeared. They had been sharp, cruel even. Wenlang had spoken in anger, and Gao Tu had listened, his eyes dimming, his lips pressing together to hold back tears. He had left soon after, without giving Wenlang another chance to explain. If Wenlang had known those words would drive him away, if he had known they would cut Gao Tu so deeply, he would have swallowed every bitter thought and replaced them with the truth of his heart. "I love you. Stay with me." But he had not. And now he was paying the price. Every morning Wenlang woke up, his first thought was always Gao Tu. Was he safe? Was he eating well? Was he healthy? Did he still think of him? And every morning, his chest tightened with the unbearable weight of not knowing. Sometimes, Wenlang wandered the city streets late at night, his coat wrapped tightly around him, searching aimlessly as if by some miracle he would find Gao Tu turning the corner. He would imagine seeing him standing there, waiting. But the streets were always empty. His imagination mocked him. The longing became so intense that even in his dreams Gao Tu appeared. He would dream of him smiling, calling his name, reaching out with warm hands. Wenlang would wake up with tears on his face, whispering desperately into the dark, "Gao Tu, please come back." He remembered the little things, the way Gao Tu liked his tea with just a bit of honey. The way he furrowed his brows when he was thinking hard. The way he always covered Wenlang with a blanket when he fell asleep on the couch. They were such small, ordinary gestures, yet without them, Wenlang's world felt stripped of color. One evening, Wenlang sat by the window, staring at the city lights. The world sparkled beautifully outside, but he felt none of its warmth. He pressed his forehead against the glass and whispered once more, "Gao Tu, where are you? I miss you so much it hurts. I can't do this without you." He closed his eyes and let the memories flood him. He could still hear Gao Tu's laughter, still feel the warmth of his embrace, still smell the faint scent of his shampoo on his clothes. It was all so vivid, yet so painfully out of reach. The truth was, Wenlang had never known how much he depended on Gao Tu until he was gone. Love had crept into his heart slowly, silently, until it filled every part of him. And when Gao Tu left, It was as if the air had been sucked out of his lungs. Now every beat of his heart carried one message, one plea, one desperate call that refused to be silenced. Gao Tu, where are you? I miss you. But no matter how many times he whispered those words into the night, no answer came. No figure appeared at the door. No warm hands reached for him. He was left with nothing but silence. And yet, even in that silence, even in his suffering, Wenlang held on to hope. Because love, true love, was not something that could be erased by distance or silence. It was not something that faded just because one person was missing. It lived in every breath, in every heartbeat, in every memory. So Wenlang waited. He waited with longing, with regret, with hope burning painfully inside his chest. He waited, whispering again and again, Gao Tu, where are you? I miss you. He prayed that somewhere, wherever Gao Tu was, he could feel it. He prayed that Gao Tu would know he was loved, desperately, endlessly. He prayed that one day soon, those whispered words would no longer be carried by silence but answered by the voice he missed more than anything in the world. Sometimes, when the silence became unbearable, Wenlang would close his eyes and let his mind drift to Gao Tu, imagining him as vividly as if he were right in front of him. He pictured the way Gao Tu's hair fell over his forehead when he was focused, the way his lips curved into a small, stubborn smile, the way his voice sounded when he was frustrated but still trying to hide it. Wenlang would whisper his longing into the empty room, telling Gao Tu about every little thing he missed, the way the sunlight hit the city, the subtle rhythm of the office, even the quiet moments when he thought no one was watching. He would imagine Gao Tu laughing at his complaints, teasing him about being dramatic, and shaking his head at his stubbornness, and it made his heart ache with both love and guilt. He thought about how much he wanted to hold him, to never let him go, to tell him that he was everything he had ever needed. In those long, quiet hours, Wenlang realized that his longing wasn't just for Gao Tu's presence, it was for the connection they shared, for the warmth and certainty that Gao Tu brought to his life. Every imagined gesture, every remembered word, every silent memory became both a comfort and a torment, reminding him of what he had lost and what he desperately hoped to find again. Even though Gao Tu was far away, Wenlang felt him in every heartbeat, in every breath, in every whisper of the wind, and he vowed silently that he would never stop searching, never stop hoping, never stop loving him until he could bring him back. Wenlang's heart aches with every passing moment. The emptiness without Gao Tu feels unbearable, and the longing only grows stronger. Will he ever find him? Will he be able to make things right before it's too late?